Hello, folks. We're back again, and today we're going to play Apiary
Apiary.
from Stonemaier Games. If you don't know what an apiary is, it's something that has to do with bees. I'm not exactly sure.
Bees in space. It's a very pasted-on theme.
Well, but apiary is a real
Euro
word,
game.
though, right?
Yeah, apiary is what you would call like a beehive
Colony or
setup. Yeah, if you had an apiary, it means you just have
you raise
a bee
bees.
box somewhere. Yeah. So, if you're not familiar with the apiary, it's the theme of it is that humans died out, they killed themselves or whatever happened, and the bees rose up. They evolved over countless generations to become this spacefaring whatever animal race that is intelligent enough to do bee stuff, but do it out in the cosmos.
Cosmic bees.
And basically, this essentially amounts to just like a Euro game that is just a lot of little Euro mechanics, nothing too complicated. A lot of fun, a lot of different things that you can do to just change the way that you're scoring points. A little bit of sort of an engine kind of building component with it, and somewhat of a kind of like a tableau that you're making with all these little hexagonal tiles, of course, to go along with that bee honeycomb hive theme that they're doing.
In today's video, we're gonna do a playthrough, and over on Organic Cardboard's channel, you can get the full review and kind of get our it'll be sort of a first impression for me because I'm just now catching up to this. You've been playing it solo. So this is sort of your first game with an actual person.
Yes.
If you want to nicely refer to me as a real person.
As a human being, some kind of thing there. So a few solo plays, and but even just the solo plays, I think, I don't think it's going to be vastly different. But we'll see how it goes. So we're going to do kind of an overview of how this game is played. I'm not going to go crazy in depth with the rules, but I'm kind of teaching this to Sean at the same time as well. So on your turn, you're going to have two things that you can do. You can either place one of your workers out. Your workers have different power levels they go to. They kind of upgrade as they go. They sort of age or become, more adept before they finally die. I like to think of them as dying, but they nicely put it in the game as though they hibernate. But
they're just sleeping.
It's kind of like bees don't have a really long lifespan, and that's sort of what's being represented here. But they do become more powerful as they go, and you'll be able to take the stronger actions with them in each one of these places. So you're either placing your bees out, or you're doing this like regrouping action where you're bringing them back. They'll upgrade in their level when you do that, and then you can also produce resources off of your farm tiles when that happens. There'll be a few different. There's just 3 different main types of tiles, as well as one just pure scoring tile, and one of the main ones is the farming action, and so that's the only one that you're going to be actually able to produce resources with, and you have to have workers to do those whatever those productions with. So I'm going to quickly kind of run over the board here on the different action spaces. This looks a little overwhelming when you first look at the board, but it condenses down. None of them are very complicated, and they'll make sense really quickly. So I'm just going to go from the top left all the way around the board. So the explore action, you've got 2 spaces that you can put bees down at. They'll start at the left, and then when one goes into that space, the next one that comes down will bump that one over to this side, and then when somebody else puts a third bee down in this space, this one gets completely bumped off, and you can either upgrade him at that point and have him ready to be used again, or you can keep him at his level and keep him in the landing section. That will allow you to use him for one of those production actions whenever you regroup, and then at that point he'll level up. So you have a couple options of things that you can do. There's a couple spaces on the board like that. If they only have like a single space in them, they'll immediately get bumped out as soon as somebody puts their worker there. So this isn't one of those games, one of those worker placement games where you're unable to put you're blocking people. You never
like viticulture or something like that.
Yeah, you never get blocked with your bee placements. But if we go to the exploration action, the power level that your bees are at, including what other bees are there, even if it's the other person's, like where it's sitting right now, there's a 1 and a 2. That means I'd have a 3 power action that I could do at that location. And that means that I'll be able to take this. This is kind of like the, I don't know, the Queen drone, whatever, the exploration ship moving around. Maybe this is supposed to represent the whole ship that we're all on. And you can move this orthogonally through these paths up through here. Wherever you're going to land on, this one at this point can move up to 3 spaces. And then if I wanted to take this tile, I would get that resource. I'd flip over one of these little, I guess, planets, and then we put that in that space at that point when it has these little open sections on it. You can put one of any of the basic resources. There's 3 basic resources, these flowers, the water, and the fiber. And so this would go where that bee is sitting at, where the ship is at. And you'd immediately also get to gain that resource that you placed there. And then the next time somebody goes on this space, they can fill up that second section. And then every time somebody goes there, they'll get whatever those 2 resources. Let's say somebody put a fiber on the second one. Then anytime somebody wanted to go back to that planet produces those flowers and those fiber pieces. So that's how the exploration works. We'll go on the advanced section. This is where you're going to gain your tiles at. You got 3 different kinds of tiles. So again, I already explained the farm tiles a little bit. It's where your production is going to show up at. And then recruit are like ongoing effects. This is sort of a little bit more of your engine that you're building. Is with these blue recruit tiles that represent specialized workers that allow you to do ongoing game effects. And then the development tokens are going to be one-time things that happen. They might be worth a little bit more points than the other tiles on their own. Each one of these tiles has a point value off to the left. But they'll have something that's usually kind of powerful that you can do like one time. And then otherwise, every time you're placing something here, you're going to look at that power level that shows you up at the top what the power level is for the different columns that you can take from. So your first bee that you put down there, if it's a 1, you do get to add the +1 that's there. So you'll always have at least a power of 2 in this section. So you'll always be able to take from this row. But eventually, if I had a level 4 and I put it there, I could take them from any of these sections. You have to pay for them. They'll have the cost on the bottom of them. And then you'll just pay whatever that cost is. You get the tile, you put it into your hive. Your hive might have, like, your starting board has places where you'll get special little, like, one-time resources or bumps up on the point track. Sean's got some that help him get things for cheaper. Whenever he wants to buy a tile, he can get it there for a cheaper cost. And then you'll go through, you can get extra points if you fill up your whole hive board, and eventually you'll end up getting to add extra sections to your board that'll have spots for you to gain some of these research cards that are kind of powerful cards that let you do some special effects with those as well. We'll get to that when we get to that section. But that's how the advanced side works. You'll also notice too they on all these sections they put like if you put a 4 power worker down, they usually get some extra special bonus. So like the advanced section, they get an extra 3 points. On that explorer section,
are those Queen's favor points?
Those the little flowery looking pink circle point number is to go up the main point track.
Oh, this point track.
The Queen's favor, as you get higher up on the Queen's favor, you'll see these little queen whatever crowns that you can gain, and those refer to gaining points along this, and they'll end up translating to points at the end of the game, depending on, like, if you get all the way to the end, you get 25 points for them. But the first,
it's sort of a multiplier for in-game points.
Yeah, okay. And you may spend them in other ways too. So that's how the advanced section works. Convert is just to convert items to. It has a whole chart here that shows you all the different conversions you can do. You can change one basic resource to any resource. You can change out your advanced card, and whatever section or whatever power level that you're using for the convert is how many of these that you can do. You can repeat the same one multiple times if you have the resources for it. If you have a level 4 there, you can teach a dance. which is just one extra conversion that everybody will be able to use at the end of the game. That will also, I believe, gives you points if the other person uses your. I have to double check if it's the.
I think they get a queen points.
Yeah, I think they get a queen favor every time somebody takes one of these dances. But you can change these dances into something that is going to be beneficial for you later on. So we could, if somebody was to put a level 4 worker down here, they could take and set maybe honey over here. They put their little cube over here to show that that's the dance that they taught. And then at that same point, that same person could then use this dance, and they could start sacrificing their queen's favor points for honey to allow them to get the carved tiles. We'll go to that in a moment. Those what was I trying to say? Oh, you have to have, going back to that advanced section, they also, all those farm tiles are going to show you the places where you can put resources at. So if you don't have room for your resources, you'll have to discard them at the end of your turn. So that can happen as well. Though if you do discard resources in that way, all the discarded resources will move you up 1 for each one you discard along this Queen's Favor track. So that's the convert action. You can go over to the carve section. If you go to the carve section, you get these in-game scoring tiles that can be some of the largest scoring sections that you really multiply your points at the end of the game. They're kind of hard to get. They've got the hardest resource to get, which is the honey. So that's, like, again, a reason why somebody might make an easy conversion over here if they want to teach a dance for it, or you can do the conversion of 2 flowers and a water for a honey over here, but that's usually the only way you're getting honey, unless there's some special development card or something like that around. So that's the carve action. Pretty simple, just extra bonus scoring areas, and you have to have a level 4 though to get here. So these are like the hardest things to get. So you have to have a level 4 bead in order to get that, and then you'll go over to the research section here. Those allow you, with whatever power the bee is, you get to draw that many of those cards out, but you only get to pick one of those cards to keep, and then you'll put the rest in the discard area. If it's a level 4, you get to plant these cards down. So these cards are multi-use cards. You can always just toss them away for one basic resource in the top right corner. It'll kind of symbolize that for you. It has one special action that you can do that a lot of times are pretty powerful. Or if you have the opportunity to plant it, if you put a level 4 worker down there, you can plant this underneath of your player board here, and then it just gives you some in-game scoring. Like this one gives you 3 points for every carved tile that you have at the end of the game. So that's one example of things that you can do with the research cards. But they're great to have a handful of those. And then we go to the grow section here. The grow section is where you get your additional workers at. So one of the things that happens is when you place a level 4 worker down, if it gets bumped out and you want to at that point, you can hibernate it. Or if you recall that, if you ever recall a level 4 worker, they have to hibernate. And they go in this hibernate, that you have little tokens. This is one of the in-game scoring conditions. Once all of your hibernation tokens, you have 7 of them to put out in the game. Once you put them all out, that'll cause the end of the game to happen, and you'll go. Each person goes through one additional round after that, one additional turn. But these will get placed down wherever you want to along these 2 areas for a 2-player game. There's a 3-player. This is the 2 to 3-player board side. On the back side, it'll also show 4 to 5 players with additional setups for these and extra spaces. But there'll be in-game scoring points based on who has the most in each of these sections. But then you'll also get little one-time bonuses, like you can get the honey, one honey pot there if you go to that one first. And so those become pretty self-explanatory. If it has this little X symbol on one of those, that this refers to one of the tile types that are in the advanced display. And you'll actually remove all of those tiles and put new ones down whenever you put that down. So you refresh that row whenever you do that. So that particular one is referring to the development tokens, but then you got ones for the recruits and the farm tiles as well. So the reason why I wanted to mention that hibernation through the grow period is because once one of those hibernates, then that worker, you lose it. It goes over here. You can put this off the board too. I just like to have it next to the grow section because it makes sense. And those are available then to kind of recruit back into your art, whatever your workforce. And then it shows how much you have to pay for them. If you have a level 4 worker that you put there, you get to flip over your faction tile, and it gives some kind of little extra bonus for its special, whatever the special ability is that comes along with your particular faction tile. That is again self-explanatory when you read it. The other thing you get to do on the grow section is you actually get to grow out your hive, so you can get, that's where these extra 4 section little hex spots show up at, and you place those wherever you want to along your board. And they always come with the same 2 sections. When you cover these, you'll get a research tile for free. But otherwise, if you fill these up, they give you a lot of points. They give you 8 points, just the same as if you were to fill up your entire original hive tile, gives you 8 points. Each one of these also gives you 8 points if you fill them up. But that's, I think, the basics of how the whole game plays. You're going to just keep taking these turns. If you ever run out of bees completely, you'll always get to have one worker, one bee come back for free for you, so you never get stuck not being able to do anything. And you just play that back and forth until, again, either everybody's hibernated or until all of these sections are filled. So even if you don't have all your hibernation tokens out, if all of these sections in a 2-player game, it's these 2 sections, 3-player that would add this as well, that would cause the end of the game to happen. And again, even the person who causes the end of the game to happen gets one more turn as well in order to do something. It's usually just some floundering move at the end, but you might be able to gain a little extra points at the very end. So I think that pretty much covers it. We do start with a certain number and level of workers based off of your faction tile that you chose. We're using the starting tiles that it suggests for you to start with, but there's some more kind of more interesting ones that you can go with later on. I think you had a 2, you had the 2 in the ones. So I'm going to go ahead and set mine back over here. Reset this guy, grab these back too. We'll put our extra one that we're not using over here. Okay, so I have a 1 water and 1 fiber to start off with. That first tile looks nice on the advanced spot, but I don't really have what I need for it, so I think I'm going to just try to go get some resources by going over to the exploration section. So I'm going to go ahead and pop a bee down there, and I'm just going to pop right over here. Now I know I'm pretty much know that I'm going to be able to get any one resource that I want, because I think all these have a little open section on it. So now I can choose to make that resource water. And so the bee's we're gonna slot that in right over here. So I get to immediately gain 2 fiber because I got that token. Pop those in over here, and I get the water that I just chose that planet to be producing. Stupid.
So
right.
Is this the cost of these tiles at the bottom?
Yeah, so that's the other one that's a little harder to get, is the wax. It's a little easier to get wax, I think, than the honey. But for the most part, you're probably not going to worry about getting development tiles too early on.
Okay. So I will, and then that's all your action.
Yeah, that's going to be my whole action.
You place your worker, and then that's it.
Yeah.
See, I'd really like to.
And when you take that exploration action, certain ones of these little planet tiles that come out are going to have a level 4 ability that you can do on them that's extra powerful. That first one did not have one, but the exploration later on, when we get a level 4 character out there, that's one thing I didn't mention, is that you get to have the level 4 benefit if there is one on the planet that you're going to.
So I'm going to bump you over, and now I can do move two spots.
You can move 2.
So I'm going to go up and take the wax.
Okay.
And I found a lamey.
We have a couple lame planets here with only one section in them.
And I want to put, I'll put some pollen on there. Pollinus lamey. So I get a pollen. And which ones are the wax?
The wax are these little, it looks like Rolos.
They do look like Rolos, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so with that then, I think I do want that tile I was originally looking at in the advanced sections. Now I've got 1 + 1 is 2. I'll spin my 2 water and 1 fiber to take that first one. And then I'll place it right here on my hive board, and I get to gain 1 queen's favor whenever I do that. So then I go up 1. All right.
So my asymmetric thing says I get +2 for B. That's adjacent.
Yeah. So for every, I forgot to move these tiles down. These shift down once we grab one of them. They'll all just shift all the way to the left, and we put a new one out. Yeah. So yours, this is all one tile. These 3 pieces. So if you can get just the blue recruit tiles out around that, you'll get the most points, and later on you'll be able to grow out your hive and start putting sections around that.
So that's referring to these blue ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have quite enough pollen to get that one yet.
Yeah, that blue one is a nice one. So that's one of the nice things about the game, is that it really plays different. Like all this, your whole direction that you're going in can change completely, because these really break the game in a lot of ways. A lot of these tiles do.
Well, actually, I do have enough, because I can put my 2 there. And this bumps you down also like the other one, right?
Yeah, if you want to get that middle one.
So now I've got 3, and I could afford the 2 ones. So I'm going to take that. And that'll bring this down.
What does that 2 one do?
I didn't even look.
You might want to look.
Let's see. Explore. Also gain 1 adjacent thing. So when I explore, I get also an adjacent planet.
Yeah, that's nice.
I just pop it onto here.
And you'll notice that one tile next to you over there is all 3 of those basic resources you get with that.
These just go back to the supply?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. I don't even have hardly enough room for those. I do have a little bit more room. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that while the getting's good. And I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I think so. So we'll bump my blue worker down, and I'm going to just turn that into a 2. And then we'll just move me over 1, and we'll see what this is. So here's one of those special 4 power worker sections. You can collect a production from up to 3 of your farm tiles if you take a level 4 character over there. But I think you have to actually be placing a 4 down. I don't think those 2 will add. You can't add up the ones that are already there to get that. I don't believe. So I get 1 of each resource with that, and then I can get 1 additional resource. So I think for my additional resource, I want to get a flower tile as well, I believe. Or a pollen, as it's supposed to be called. And now I have 1 additional fiber tile sitting out, or fiber token sitting out here, so That goes away, and I'll go up one on my queen's favor.
All right, I'm going to take mine. I'm going to bump mine off here.
So that becomes a 2 on your active pool area.
Do we just keep going once they end up here? And if they ended up here, you can choose to put it the same value, put it at the landing area, and then you could do it onto here someplace.
Yeah, so you don't have any production tiles right now, but if you were like, I want to be able to hit that production later on, then you might put it in the landing area instead over here.
The production or the green ones. What about the red ones? What do they affect? The lightning bolts.
Those are just instant actions.
Oh, they get an instant benefit from
that. And they'll tend to have a little bit more points involved with them as well.
So that looks like I've got three movement I can spend.
And while you're figuring that out, I want to double check that landing area rule, because I think that may, when you bump a worker yourself out, I think you may have to upgrade it. I can't remember. Okay, that's right. So if it's a level 4 worker that gets bumped, that's when it has to hibernate.
Oh.
But otherwise, the 1s, 2s, or 3s, you can retain it in the landing area.
I'm going to spend my 3 to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to get this. But with my with this thing, I also get one next to it.
Yep.
Does that mean I'm opening up 2 planets also?
No, I don't believe so.
There's just no little thingy there.
Yeah.
And this one's got 2 spots, and I want this to be water. And
you found planet Gensha.
Gensha.
I think you just put 1 down.
Oh, that's right. Okay, and then the next person can do that.
Right.
That's right.
Gives you a reason to want to go back to that planet. So you got 1 fiber, 2 flowers, and a water. And then I think you're okay. Yeah, you got room. Okay, so I need more space to put things down at. And gosh, it is so tempting to want those honey pot spots. But I do have room for 2 honey pots on my main board, and none of these carved tiles are going above 2. A lot of them go above 2 to 3. So I think I want to take that double spot up there. So I'm going to bump my guy down here. Make this one a 2. And we'll pay the water and the fiber to gain this one. And why don't we just go ahead and put it right here and get an extra point while we're at it. So if you can bump me up 1 spot on the point track next to you there. Okay, and that's that.
Very straightforward. Mm-hmm. I would like... So we're at 4 there. I'm going to bump off up here. You know what? Do I want to do that? I was thinking I might be better off doing the explore stuff before all the tokens are gone. But I don't have much space for resources, so really I should be spending stuff right now. Okay, so I'm going to go to advance. Bring that back down into here.
Did that go to a 3? Was that wasn't that a 2?
That was a 2.
Yeah,
oh, so this is a 3 now.
Mm-hmm. Unless you want to put it in your landing area. But
right. No point in that yet. So if I build a plant there, it costs 1 less of each of these things.
It does, but if it matters to you, you can sacrifice that to get the extra points if you hold this off just to be blues, or you might want to just do it just because it's cheap.
Oh, I could. Okay, because I could be going for this.
Yeah.
It doesn't synergize too well, did it?
But those are really nice to be able, because those are basically free resources. That's a good board to have. It's a really powerful board.
I think I want to take that middle one. So that would just cost me this, right? Because if I put it here, because there'd be one less of each of those. So it would just cost me 1 fiber versus 2 fiber.
Yeah, if you want to get that middle one.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right, that's that. Now what do I want to do? Oh.
Does what?
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, those are just spaces for you to be able to store that stuff later.
So that's just more like this.
And if you take a production later on, it'll give you 2 points if you want to on that tile.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to... I want to get... We're just doing a lot of exploration right now. So that's going to become a 3. And I'm going to bump just next to us here. And this comes with a water already. And I get 1 of any resource, and I think well, I know I'm going to want to get more pollen, so let's go ahead and put that down. So then I can get a water, a pollen, and any one other resource. I guess it probably makes sense to go ahead and get another water right now. Yeah. Okay. I don't think my AP is too bad in this game. My AP can get a little bad sometimes.
There's a few choices, but they're not limitless choices. These things at the top are really interesting. So if I was to choose this, for instance, I would get 4 Queen's Favors.
Immediately, yeah.
And
oh, I forgot to take this cube back earlier.
And that little 2 points.
So, yeah, I mean, like, Queen's Favor, it's nice if you can get yourself... That's a pretty big chunk of the points. The game usually ends around, like, 100 to maybe 125 or so points. You can get a little more, a little less than that. At least my games have been ending like that, playing against the solo opponent.
I want to take my 3 up here. I'll boot your 2 out.
Okay.
Take that to 5. There you go. That was a 2.
Yeah,
so
I'm half tempted to just leave this on the landing area, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up.
So now I can go. I'm gonna get this one.
Okay.
With my little Rolo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it. Oh, does it have to be adjacent?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't. So I'm kind of.
But you can start bridging over there to get closer to that stuff.
Well, I was gonna say it's less optimal if I don't put a blue one right there.
Well, oh yeah, that's true.
And this isn't really the optimal place for that either.
You could change to a blue tile instead of getting that. Yeah, there's a 2-pointer over there, or 2 pollen one.
Let's see what this one says. I can go anything under 5 too, also, right?
That's saying
advance may purchase from a column regardless of worker's strength. Oh, that's kind of a neat little asymmetrical power. I think I'll do that instead. So I'm going to take my Rolo back.
You're going to take this one?
I'll take that one. Okay. I don't know why I put it back, but yeah.
That's all right. That's why we're helping each other out on this board here.
I'll put it there for the points later.
Oh, well, okay. All right. All right, so you're good?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and pop in marker over here.
Oh, that cost me 2 points too. Yeah.
Bump that guy. You can roll it up if you want to 3 or put it in your landing area. And then I'm going to go ahead and spin my pollen. Taking this one because I like that one. And let's go ahead and pop it out closer to my into my hive here. We'll get 1 additional point.
Do they slide down, right?
Yeah, they do slide down.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you can just bump up my cube 1 more. Boop. Okay. And that's that. Mine is whenever I gain a farm tile now, I can trigger its resource effect. Like it's a production effect.
Okay. All right. I'm going to... Gosh, it's like you almost don't have time. With the 2-player, you almost don't have time to think about what you want to do next.
Yeah, the good thing is there's not...
Well, I'm going to...
Crazy amount of stuff to do.
While the getting's good, I'm going to go up here to explore. Okay. I'll take this to a 2. And I'm only going to go right here. But I want to take 2 Queen's Favors.
Okay.
So that'll catch me up with you a little bit. And what planet did I land on here? Suckafari. Suckafire.
So you get any 1 basic, and then you can put any 1 basic down to get an additional 1 too.
Yeah, I'll do a fiber on that one. Okay.
Fiber. It's a good planet if you're constipated.
It's fiber 1 planet.
Yep. Okay. That's a strange one right here. This says, I'm assuming that's saying you can pay up to 3 resources to build a farm from the stack.
Huh.
So
you just choose off the top of the stack?
That's what I'm wondering. Now we do have a nice appendix here to explain some of those edge cases or odd tiles. Farm tiles to your hive from the stack 1 at a time. Discard resources, then draw a farm tile and choose whether you want to add it to your hive for free. Jeez. That is pretty intense. Well, that sounds nice. And I probably want to go ahead and grab it. So I'm going to put this 3 down here. Bump you out. You can turn that into a 4 now if you want. And I want to get, for 1 water, I'll get this tile. We'll place it down here. So my special hive here, it says when you build here, build a development tile to the right for free. But no, if I do that, I'm not going to be able to maximize that development tile because I can't get all 3 of the farm tiles. So what I really want to do is grow my hive out first. Yeah.
It's getting one of these things.
I'm gonna have, to make that worthwhile for me. Sorry. Let's put your 3 back on. And I really need to go over there first. Now if I upgrade my faction tile, you keep the resources that are on it. And on the upgrade I could build a farm or recruit tile from the stack for free. So that's pretty chaining of events there. So I think what I'm going to actually do is recall my workers. So I'm going to pull this one back, turn it into a 4, and pull this one back and turn it into a 3. And now I get to take 2 production actions. So I'll get 2 points in a queen's favor tile. So if you can bump me up 2 points on that side track. And I get to gain one. I get to grow one of my workers. So I can go ahead and pop him in over here.
Wouldn't that be 2 points down here?
No, I get the queen's favor tile. It'll like repeat the little crown if you're getting additional ones, but the points they just put numbers on.
I thought that was like that many of those, but those are two different things.
Yeah, two different things.
Okay.
So
and you got to do these two things because
I had two workers I was recalling from the board. So when you recall them from the board, they upgrade to their next size. If I had ones on my landing area, I could also use those at that point to do productions. But if I didn't have production to do, if I had them on the landing area, they would just go into my active pool and upgrade to their next level.
I guess that's to keep them from hibernating too soon or something.
Right, yeah, if you want to do, if you have a plan of a certain sequence of things you're trying to do.
All right.
It's all situational, but that'll be my turn.
Well,
there's a lot of strategy, and like I haven't really like learned that strategy, but I can see that there's a lot of strategy on timing of when you recall workers, because it also means you're not going to bump their workers as quickly too. Whenever an action's taken, it's going to slow them down a little bit on their upgrades, because now if Sean takes an advance action, it's not going to bump that 3 down to a 4.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should really be recalling them, but I think I would like more of these grow tiles like you've got.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with my 2 up here. So I can do, and I want to get one similar to what you got. It costs one of these and one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That'd be a good spot for it.
Yeah, I'll put it right there.
Okay, well, you probably know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and go over here and grow. Now with this, I can go ahead and flip this tile over, but I believe you can do this after you're doing, I think you can do this
at the end of
it. And the 2 orders. Like this particular one says first you teach a dance, but I'm pretty sure the other ones you can do in any order. So let's see. I want to place this in a way where I can immediately start getting those magic, I want to call them magic cards because of playing Dwellings of Eldervale, but they for some reason they almost feel similar to that mechanic. So with a 4 power one, I can spend these 2 resources then that was what to pay for my expansion on here, and then this just flips over. On upgrade, build a so now I get to build either a farm tile or a recruit tile for free. Well, now we can just kind of chain. Now I can kind of do a chain here, because now I can start. Now I can activate the thing that I was talking about earlier. However, if I do that, I won't have the resources I need. So maybe I'll hold off on doing that full chain just yet. And that one's kind of nice over there. But I think I really like this one that makes farm tiles no longer cost water. So I'll place this over here, which will let me get a research tile. I mean a research card. Okay. Let's pop over. Okay.
All right. Oh, I have no ships, so I have no choice but to pull them back, right?
Correct.
So I can pull this one back, becomes a 4.
Mm-hmm.
This one back becomes a 3. And this one comes back and it becomes a 4. So now I've got a couple of 4 options.
And now you can activate both of your productions, so you'll get 2 points and you'll grow your other worker. Okay. so now I need more resources again. Also, on that exploration action, you always have to like go to a different spot. You can't like, even if you had the power to move out and back, you can't end in the same spot you start at. Okay. Well, I hate giving you all those tiles, but I'm gonna go in over here, and I think I'm just gonna bump down here so I can get 3 resources.
Okay.
Oh wait, I could just get those. Well, I still need the resources though. Okay. I think what I want. I don't really need water as much, but I get one for free, and I guess I should just go ahead and get a fiber. It doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to end up losing these anyways.
Put the fiber out on the blank spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that space tile is nice because it has one of all the resources that come along with it. Okay, that's my go.
I'm going to go up here, bump you over. I'm going to go get this while I can. Get these 2. Says 3 points for Gryffindor.
Oh, Gryffindor. Man, we've been getting some crappy little planets. And you can get any one.
We're doing pollen on this planet.
Okay.
Pollinia. I'm going to shut the door so my cat
Pollinia.
doesn't bug me this whole time.
All right. Did you get your pollen?
I got it.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go over to this advanced section, and I want to go ahead and grab that tile for free in the middle up top here, I think. Okay, so now I can do my chain thing. So first off, this goes down here. I get to gain this resource immediately because I have that genetic engineer. And now I get to do where I get to build a development tile for free. So I do want to chain this in. And now I can trade in up to 3 resources for 3 farm tiles off the top of the stack. So don't need water as much. Pollen is coming in a little easier than it did before. We'll go ahead and get rid of these 3, and we'll just take these 3 off the stack here and figure out where we're placing them. Okay, so we'll place this one here, place this one here, and place this one here.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a pretty powerful tile. So I'll wow, and I also get to, I guess since I just gained all those are also going to trigger the genetic engineer as well. So then I'll get a fiber and 4 points from these 2. And I get an advanced card or research.
So you can buy as many as you have resources for?
Yeah, this one that we just read in the appendix, it's saying that I can get rid of up to 3 resources to build a farm tile off the top of the stack.
Wow.
So I don't get to look at it, but I just build it. I also get 2 Queen's Favor points. Because the spaces I covered were each a Queen's Favor and the extra research card.
All right, I bumped up your Queen's Favor.
Thank you. So what am I at now? 5 on the Queen's Favors? Okay. Wow, okay. Trying to look at some of those carved tiles. I didn't really study them. This is adjacent to your faction tile. Sure, there's some good ones in there.
So the wax is pretty much only spent on the development ones, right? I don't see anywhere else that cost wax.
Yeah, I think they're just development tiles.
So if I put a 4 on convert, I could convert 4 times. 4 things, right?
Mm-hmm. And you can teach a dance. And you can use your conversion on the dance, too, that you create.
So I don't really have 4 things. I have like 1 thing I can convert.
Well, one thing you could do is you could, if you put the 4 there, you could teach the dance here to where you lose points for what you're converting, but you could grab whatever you wanted.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was thinking I might do. So it's a little less optimized, but I want to go there. I want to get a honey pot for 2 pollen and a water. And
okay, so are you putting this here?
yeah.
Okay. These, normally in the game, it tells you just put these in a stack, but they're always like open information. You can grab from any of them in the stacks.
You can choose them out, right?
That's why I just spread them out.
And then so I get a honey. Which was the honey pot?
So now, how many times do you want to do this? The honey pot is, well, you got space for 2 of them.
Yeah. Well, don't I get that? I did this conversion to make 1 honey pot. Right? Okay. So there's the first.
You can, or you can do your lose a point for a honey pot if you'd rather.
Can you do both?
You could do both. You could do 1 multiple times. You can do it however you want to.
Oh, because I can repeat.
Mm-hmm. You could also, like, if you wanted to just convert some of the resources that you had to other things for later, you could have done that too.
Well, I think I'll do the resources for 1 honey pot, and then I'll just do a point for the other honey pot.
Okay. Oh, and also you have an extra cube. Yeah. That reminds us that you were the one that taught that fancy dance.
Teach you how to dance.
This dance is the bee's knees.
Okay.
The bee's knees. Man, all right. Shoot. That was a good move.
I thought so.
It was a good move. Yeah, it was a good time to take that.
It's a little tricky trying to figure out when exactly. Man, your stuff just filled up. Like,
yeah, I know.
I blinked and you're full again.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of game-breaking tiles like that just do stuff that you'll never do in another. Like, I mean, not never do in another game, but like isn't, like it's not common to be able to place down 4 tiles all at once. Or I literally placed down 5 tiles in 1 turn, which was kind of crazy. That's one of the fun things about this game is that there's just instances like that where you do stuff that is kind of crazy. Okay, I guess I guess I'm just gonna grab another tile for right now because my guys aren't quite powerful enough, or I could just go ahead and recall them right now. So now I'm kind of deciding like where Sean might bump me out as opposed to like what I'm wanting to do. I guess I need to keep this train going of taking tiles when I can. So this is going to just cost me 1 fiber because I don't have to pay water anymore, and I get to trigger its effect.
And you get that too, right?
That was what triggered.
Oh, that's what gave you the thing now. All right, I'm going to carve.
Okay.
I'm going to take this one. It's going to give me 3 points for every exploration tile. And since I was grabbing those up, I get it for 1 less honey pot if I put it there.
Yep.
So.
Good going. Okay. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and recall everybody. So this one's going to hibernate. This will be the first hibernation. So this just goes over here.
And this is a 4 now. Unless if you want it to be.
Yep. That's these are all going to produce. So this will be a 4 and a 2. I'll take one of my hibernation tokens and place it over here. Gain the honey pot. Pop it in, and then I've got 3 productions. think I'll probably go ahead and I might as well go ahead and grow and get this guy back again for the one and get ready for more farm tiles. So we'll get a fiber with one and I'll just go ahead and get, let's go ahead and get another pollen. Okay.
All right, I'm going right here. I'm going to get this one. It's going to give me 4 queen's favors. 1, 2, 3, 4. It cost me this thing. Oh, is that a line? It is.
Yep.
So what? My board costs 1 less, and this is only 1, so it's free. I tell you what, about halfway through this game, I'm into it. You know?
Yeah, you got some kind of engine going. You
It's
figure
really
out what you're doing.
Well, not really, but I'm enjoying figuring out what I want to do.
So it kind of makes sense to do this. So we're going to bump you down here, and then I'll take this guy, pop him in my only leftover space right now, and that's 2 pollen. Okay.
So I'd have to have resources to actually grow, wouldn't I?
And you also have to have a strength 2 in order to grow. At least a strength 2. But if you have a strength 4, you could grow twice.
Right. And I have nothing, so I'm pulling my stuff back. So this is, I'm going to hibernate with this one and this one.
Now you get to choose which section you want to put yours on. You can go ahead and start trying to claim up more in the big one if you want. But you can see what it's going to give you. And if you want to reset like certain rows, you can do that with these.
Yeah, I want to do both of these.
Okay.
I'm going to get...
And you're resetting the this section.
Yeah. I really like those anyway.
Yeah, those suck. Those recruitments suck. Okay, so you got research, you gain 2. Oh, that's whenever you take the research action, you gain 2. Whenever you hibernate, you gain 2. And whenever you gain a growth, you also gain a research card. This goes to a 4 as well. And you get to do 2 productions. So those would turn into 1s over here again.
Oh, so they go back into there.
You could grow 1 right now because you've only got 2 things you can do anyways, so I'd imagine you want to probably grow 1.
Grow 1 and get 2 points, right? Growing and getting points, that's what I do.
Okay, I guess we're going to go ahead and convert. And why not teach a dance? Except that dance sucks. I don't really care about that dance, but I mean...
That was my impression.
Might as well do it anyways. Might as well do it anyways.
Convert victory points to Queen's favors.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which ones. Yeah, convert 2 Queen's favors to 1 Queen's favor. You could put that if you wanted. But I think we'll go ahead and put this down, maybe.
Seeds. Yeah.
And so that way I've got 4. I am going to do yours twice. So I think you get 2 Queen's favors for that. And I'll lose 2 points. So let's go ahead and bump you up 2. And then we bump me down 2 over there. Not efficient.
Not going the right way.
Not going the right way. I've got 2 more conversions I can do. I think I'm going to go ahead and take those C's. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and get 2 more of these. I don't think there's a hand. I have to check. I don't. There might be a hand limit for these. I'll check that on your next turn. That would be so nice. I got so many things I want to do that I can't do.
Would it be a worker placement game if
Yeah.
there weren't that dichotomy of decisions? I noticed you haven't planted any of your seeds yet.
I have not, and I am tempted to do that. But I really need to grow.
You got a 4?
I really need some room.
Nah, you don't need to.
And I can grow, and I can grow for free.
Oh, with your thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good one.
I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, even though I really want to grow more than this. But let's take a suboptimal action here. And it just kind of sucks because I don't get to do the, but I have that draw where that production to get the extra workers. So I guess this is just a really weak action though, to grow for free. Yeah, because otherwise I could just get resources.
Yeah, that's going to cost you resources.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Well, this doesn't cost me any resources right now because this is free.
You don't have to. Oh, you don't have to pay that because it's free.
I mean, according to this, just says you gain 1 for free. Yeah. So the way I'm reading that is that I don't have to have a 2 strength to do that. So I guess we'll just do it. I'm not going to think about it too much harder. I'll go ahead and let you go.
Man, I don't want to waste my 4 to go up there, but I really want.
You will get 3 points if you go up there for placing a 4.
Really? Oh, that's right.
Also, don't forget that in the exploration section, now there's that 4 power planet. Collect resources from up to 3 of your farm tiles when you place that, which you only have 2, so it's maybe not the most efficient for you.
Yeah, that seemed kind of suboptimal. But I will take.
You could also grow and flip your. I don't know what the back of your tile says. Like
it just is an extra point for these. It's not really a lot.
Points.
Yeah.
Could be a lot if you start getting that piled around and you
That's right, because I can build more
if you
things.
Can start growing around it.
See, I want to do this, but I've got only 2 resources right now, and I really would like to do the seed one also. So I think I'm going to go for that one. So I'm going to go with my 4 up here. That makes that a 6, which means I can go from that column. I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
It would normally cost 1. I've got a -2, so doesn't mean I get 1.
No.
So I can put this down. And now when I grow, when I eventually do that.
That's nice. Yeah, that's a good tile.
I can get a seed also.
I would have liked to have had that tile, but I didn't think there was going to be any good way for me to do that. All right.
So when I get my 3 points. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to go ahead and place my carve spot down. Carve it up.
You're doing that one with the vegetable things, right? Oh, I don't see that.
No, I think I just want this one.
Okay. So that's the majority of these areas, right? Oh, that's the most of those things. Which one was that?
Score 4 points per expansion tile here, up to 16.
That's pretty good.
That was a good one. I need to double check this rule on the cards here because I feel like there might be a limit.
I'm going to throw my 1 up here. I'm just going to pop right over here and get me some water and these 2 things. Oh, they stay. So water, fiber, pollen.
Fiber.
Oh. I forgot. I only have so much space for things. Oh, I do have, well, I got a lot of space for water. So, I've got one of these extra, so my queen's favor goes up.
Yep, if you don't have anywhere to place it. Okay, so I guess it wouldn't be a terrible time to go ahead and recall. That way I can go ahead and claim that hibernation comb spot. So these will both become ones over here. We'll get 2 waxes and reset the. We'll reset the. What was that section? This whole section has to get reset.
Development.
Lightning bolts. Reset the lightning bolts. Collect all of. Oh, that's nice for me. All those farm tiles out. You get to do all your resource production. Explore any location at strength 4. Take the special tile if applicable, or the special whatever you call it, and plant up to 2 seeds. Those are all pretty nice. Oh, and then I get these back, 2 and a 3. And I got 2 productions. I might as well keep that rolling with the free grow action. Put that guy back in here. And I'll go ahead and just go pollen for right now. Okay.
Well, my little sector of space is full. I am all full, so I'm going to put my 2 up here, which is the minimum for getting more space in your space. I'm going to spin these a fiber and a pollen. Get one of these. I'll stick it right here for points. Optimization purposes. Oh, I guess I could also flip it the correct direction. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, we could play a game where all of our, we choose in the beginning if you want to, but you can play with all of your cards face up where the other person can have an idea what you have. Your seed cards.
Yeah, I saw that what you're supposed to do is in the beginning you choose if they're face up or face down.
Yeah.
I get a seed card with this little research thing.
I don't see immediately on here a limit for cards in your hand. You just have limits for how many you can have planted. But you get these 2 spaces unlocked as you add extra frames. Okay. Did you finish all your stuff?
I think so.
So I'm going to take my 3 power work up here. And we'll spin the 2 waxes to go ahead and grab this. Grab one more research card. And I get to plant 2. So let's just go ahead and plant both of these down. So this is saying at the end game I get 2 points per planted seed card and I get 1 point per farm tile.
I think I have to recall.
Okay. Recall.
So that's going to become a 1 over here.
And then you'll have a 2 and a 3. I'll go ahead and get this for you. So you'll be able to get 2 production actions.
So it's 2 points and recall a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go for more points.
Okay.
Or is that a seed card?
That's a seed card.
I'll do the seed card.
Sometimes they can be really helpful.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, I'm so tempted to just recall again. I guess I don't have to worry about it too bad just yet. I would like to grow 2 more times. I also like to advance more times. I would like to do all the things. I want to do all the things. But, let's see, what do these blue guys do again? Hibernations, those are getting kind of weak right now. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and just get this going. So we'll put that guy down there to grow. I get one free grow, and then I can grow with, I'll go ahead and just use these two. I get 2 more. And that is my 4. I guess this doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, this could matter. This one right there. Let's just put that one right there. It's fine. Okay. What's that?
I think I'm going to go up here with my 2. Go choo-choo and do pollen on there. And just make this a really super pollinated area.
Lots of flowers.
Oh, I forgot I could buy from any column. I was debating the other.
Earlier.
I could have put a 1 out and done that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Could just grab some extra resources for it now. I need to start getting these guys leveled up anyways. So we'll go ahead and do a 3. We'll come over here. We'll get water, pollen, and fiber. Okay.
I'll throw this 1 up here. Wait. I'm going to do the 1 right here. I'm going to convert these 2, pollen and a water. Do I get points when I do this?
No, I don't believe so. But you could just do 1 point for 1 honey if you'd rather. I'm just mentioning it because it looks like a good conversion.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Just a point for honey.
Bad idea. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and recall. Recall. Okay, 4, 3, and 2. We'll go ahead and get this guy back for 1. Now we got some resources we could produce, or I could just start getting points. How much do I need those resources? Okay, so yeah, I'll just get 4 points and 1 queen's favor. So if you mark me up to 8.
We'll take my 3 up here. And I'm buying. I'll take this one. Research gain 2. Hibernate probably happens more often, so I'll do that one.
The chemist is nice. I think I should just go ahead and take this one. One honey pot. Extra one of these.
I'm recalling.
Okay.
This is a 2.
2, 4, and a 3.
3. 4. And I get 2 points. I get to bring this guy in.
Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and convert.
Oh, and when I bought that, I just forgot to pay for it.
And these cards are like anytime actions too. You can kind of play them whenever. You want to be aware of what you got.
Oh, so you can play the top or plant it? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. see. So I did that. I want to convert these two to a wax. This one kind of sucks. So we'll get rid of it. We'll get rid of this card to give me an extra resource and another fiber. Get a second wax. And I'll do the 1 point for 1 honey. So that'll get you up 1 over here too. If you mark my points down to 7. Okay.
All right. That. I'm going to bump you off here.
Okay.
So go to over this side over here. For hibernation. I'm going to take this one.
Go ahead and do this one. So get a queen's favor. And I'll replace all these.
Does it end when all these are filled?
Yes.
So really just one more and that's it.
Yeah, we're pretty darn close. Yeah, it kind of wraps up quicker than you probably want to, really. Wouldn't be bad. I gotta think about points. Okay, yeah, I think I did want that one. So we'll go over here, spend the 2 waxes, gain this one, collect all of my productions. And that is going to give me a lot of stuff. Get this one worker back. Let's see, we got 2 honeys and a fiber. And then I get 6 points and a queen's favor. So if you can mark me up 6 on there. Okay. I think that was worthwhile.
Oh, well, I bought that. I keep forgetting to spend my stuff when I buy things.
I'm gonna also go ahead and spend this one to activate 2 different resource abilities on the face-up board and get 2 more queen's favor and 2 more points.
My seeds suck.
I was getting a lot. Did you mark me up an additional one on accident? I think I was on 13, wasn't I?
It's right.
Okay, I'll go with you on it.
Well,
yeah, it's like now it's like that end game where you're like, crap, I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm totally not. So we'll go 2 up here and get some pollen. Here.
I think I'm going to take these 2 back. 4 and 3. 2 productions. I'll get 4 more points in a queen's favor. Okay.
Put that there, and I want
go to convert section. Yeah, I think. It's like, do I want, that's such a cheap thing, it's so hard to not want to do it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use my resources for anything, so then just get a honey pot. Oh, and I could change out a couple of these cards.
Well, depending on what you do, I guess. I only really have one more move.
Well, we've got one more hibernation to happen. So if you cause that next hibernation to happen, you'll have one more move. Or if I go, you'll have, if I cause it, yeah. So it just depends, but you've got at least 2 moves to do.
So I'm going to go here. I'm going to buy this one. I can buy from any column. This costs 1.
Now you've completed that.
Looks like once per turn I can convert anything I want.
Yeah, you're going to have to recall after this, aren't you? So I guess I should just not push my luck. I'll go ahead and... Now, oh, if I do that... So you're going to get that regardless.
Yeah.
I do want to get that one, though.
You're just giving up 3 points, right?
Well, this is going to be a really good tile for me to get. And I'm going to need to finish this up. So I get, let's see, that'll be 2 honey pots. That gives me 3 points for each one of my things that have been placed out. You'll get to finish up that one.
So that's hibernating, right? So whenever I hibernate, I gain 2 points. So there's 2 points here. I'm going to put this one on here, which is another 2 points.
You'll get another 3 at the end. I should go ahead and use this up too. Doesn't really matter when I do that, but that'll give me 2 more Queen's Favors. I do have, I want to make sure that I have 4 of those. Okay, I do. Okay, yeah, that's, so now you've got 1 more turn, I've got 1 more turn.
But all I can do is recall. So.
But you at least get some points.
Right, so I get, I'll just pull these back as they are. I'm going to get 2 points. And I guess I would get this back.
This is like the most efficient use of my resources here. Because I'm going to get... I can't get all the... I guess I can only get the 1, but that's going to give me an extra point for that too. Okay. So, I think it was... I think I flipped that out. It doesn't matter. I think that was a 2 in my thing. Maybe it wasn't. I'll get that one. We'll go ahead and place it right here. We'll get 2 more Queen's Favors because I get to trigger it automatically, and I covered that up, so I get a research card. Can I do anything with it? Ew. That's funny. I have the research card I got says I can discard any tile from my hive to gain 3 points.
Yeah, I've got one of those too.
But I don't want to remove any of these. All right.
And that's it, right?
That is it.
I want 1 more turn.
I know it. Yeah, it's kind of one of those games where you just, that's kind of just a mad rush to grab points and score what you can, and it really wraps up kind of quick. So I guess we need to actually add up our points.
I'll be using a calculator.
Yeah, you know, there's I'm sure there's.
Did it come with like little score sheets or anything?
Probably. I don't know. I never even think about them because I never.
You don't usually use those.
Use them. Okay. So
damn, it was closer than I thought.
What did it end up being?
I got 102.
114.
Whoa, that's not a shameful victory or loss anyway. That's pretty close.
I did forget to add these.
Oh, never mind.
So I got, hang on, 4. There's a bunch of little
Oh
points.
my gosh. 1 point for every one of
3,
those?
4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So it's 125.
125. Well,
And
you know,
this-
for my first game being 20 or so points under.
No, not bad at all. And then this was just a total. If I was like playing more competitively right now, I probably would have been like, I meant to put it over and I didn't realize the thing. Whatever. So I didn't even score this carved tile right. I should have put that over here to be ready to pop it in. Would have done it if I realized that, but we did not score that one. So. What did you say? 102 to 125? Yeah.
102 to 125. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. It seems like the game's like this is the 4th game I played of it now. 3 solo, 1 2-player, and all of them have been kind of like right around that 100 to 130 points or so kind of range. So that seems like what it tends to end on. I felt like for the most part we were maximizing all of our stuff pretty well with what the options that we had.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to play the game, you're going to have like some totally, just kind of explosive engine things that kind of happen, or things that chain off of each other. So I could imagine there being some crazy games where you might get like 160 points or more or something like that. But yeah, it wraps up pretty quick.
Speaking of wrapping up quick, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right now because we're doing a review on your channel, so I don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't want to talk about it all that much.
That's true. Yeah, I immediately wanted to just start talking.
I totally
about
didn't buy this halfway through the playthrough.
Yeah. Did you buy it?
No.
Okay, I was going to say.
I thought about it real hard.
Yeah.
I had Amazon up more than once looking at it. It's about $75. It's brand new.
Brand new, yeah.
From Stonemaier Games. Did you order directly from Stonemaier?
I did, yeah. And I did get their little Champions membership thing because it was like $1 more or something. So you can feel free to use it if you want to buy it through them, or you can. Well, you can.
Don't tell Jamie.
You may be able to get it immediately from them right now.
Oh yeah.
Or you.
You can get it off Amazon too.
Yeah, I know you can pre-order it from certain other websites too for a discount, like Game
Miniature
Nerds
Market.
and stuff. Yeah. So, but you might have to wait a little bit for it. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for them to actually be able to ship it out. But all right.
Well, thanks for sticking around for this. If you enjoyed it, if it helped you out, maybe your first game, or you're just really bored and want to watch it, then be sure to click thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. We both have YouTube channels. Of course, you're on mine, and Owen's got one too. Go ahead and subscribe and head over there if you'd like to see the review for this and see what we really think.
Come on over.
So until next time, enjoy your games, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.